Hey everyone, Cash here with our first video from MLB 15, the show. The game just came out a couple days ago. I've been able to really sink my teeth into it, and I'm here to give you my first impressions of the game as well as discuss the future possible series that will come out of this game. I have a couple different ideas. I'd love to bounce them off all of you guys and see what you all would like to see out of this game. But for now, we are just going to fire up a quick little exhibition game. Padres against the Cubs, completely random. Although, well, not totally random. I thought I'd see how this new Padres team looks with the additions of Will Myers, Matt Kemp, and Justin Upton. And we're going to be playing against the Cubs. That was a random pick. I just kind of scrolled through his top 10 of the team. But you jump in here, and the presentation-wise, it has changed some. Now, first, I got to say, if you've seen any of my previous videos from MLB 14 this show, the graphics are unbelievable. A big reason for that, MLB 14 was on the PS3. So we've made the jump from 14 to 15, as well as the jump from the PS3 to the PS4. And this game looks awesome. I purposely set this game to a mid-afternoon game just so you could see some of the big changes, or the biggest changes I think they had somewhat graphically. Because, I mean, I'm sure the game relatively looks the same, but shadow-wise and lighting-wise, they really worked on. And you can see in this how unbelievable that this looks. So getting the game going, we got James Shields on the bump. We're going to take a look and just kind of play through. It's just a quick game. I only did 5 innings, made the game 5 innings long, just so it wouldn't take too long to play with, so we can kind of see the full game and the ending. Shields going to grab a strikeout there to begin this one. So a very successful start to our first ever game of the show. Now, as far as the game goes, first impressions wise, it plays, really like any other show game does from year to year. There's those little tweaks. They have had some changes as far as the hitting goes. There's a different sort of directional hitting that they've added. As Shields going to pick up another strike out to end the inning, and the Padres will come up to bat. So they've made some tweaks to the hitting. They've made some tweaks to the pitching. You can kind of see some of the visual things as far as the pitching have changed. But otherwise, I mean, it plays like an MLB The Show game. But that is not necessarily a bad thing, because this is a very good game. As you see, Will Myers taking a shot here, looking for the home run. Going to bounce up against the bottom of the wall. But it's not a bad thing that this game has not changed much. This game has been very good for a few years now. There are some little kind of bothersome things here and there. Some graphics wise, it can hiccup every once in a while, but it is not nearly as bad as I have noticed in past games. I think a couple of years ago it was pretty significant, but I haven't really seen anything like that so far. The game looks awesome. It plays really well, feels pretty darn smooth, and I had a lot of fun at least playing in my first game. I haven't been able to dive into any of the other modes, which we can take this time to kind of work our way over to what possible series we will have out of this game. Has the same Road to the Show franchise, the Diamond Dynasty. Actually, I did sneak into Diamond Dynasty a little bit just to see if that had any potential to have some videos made out of it. And Diamond Dynasty, they have made some changes to it this year. As you see, Yonder Alonso with a chance to put a run on the board, going to end up popping it out. They have made some changes to it. In the past years, that mode was just either too complicated or just not good. I don't even want to overcomplicate the explanation, but it just wasn't that great. This year they have simplified it a bit and kind of overhauled a bit of kind of the whole system in the game itself. There's now, when you play anything like Exhibition, a Road to the Show, Diamond Dynasty, and you gain points and you earn rewards, like you'll play just a random exhibition game, you'll pop back out and you will have earned a player card. So that's pretty cool. It allows you to continue to work towards your Diamond Dynasty as you play other modes. So you can have a Road to the Show, play it, and as you're going, you earn cards, you earn they have sponsorships this year, so they have individual bats, batting gloves that you can earn as well. So that's pretty cool. But Diamond Dynasty as a mode, still, as I looked at it, just doesn't seem really plausible. It is much better than it has been in the past, but not something that I think will really work as far as turning it into a series. So what that leaves us with is doing another Road to the Show like we did last year. we had our road to the show with Trey as a shortstop, so we could either continue that one because you have the ability to transfer your saves from game to game, or we can start a completely new one, go with a completely different position. We could do a closing pitcher, we could do an outfielder. So that's an option, and the other option is doing a franchise. We have the franchise going in Madden. We have a My Career going in NBA. But we could do a franchise. This game, unbelievable depth in this game. The franchise mode is just crazy deep. So I think there's a lot of potential there with that. Now, that works a little different, I guess, as far as kind of figuring out how to play the games, whether we play them, we simulate them, if it's more of just a managerial kind of GM mode where we kind of focus on player movements, and because 162 games, and that is really what turned to kind of be the issue with last year's game with Road to the Show. It's very hard to get through more than one, or even if you get through one, to get through 2 seasons in Road to the Show, because 162 games, it just takes a very long time. So simulating, and even if we do another Road to the Show, maybe simulating needs to become a part of that just to kind of keep things moving, because baseball, I mean, guys play for 15 years easy, and only being able to get through a season or 2 in the game, kind of not quite the same. But as you see, we're going to win this one. So the question that I want to raise to all of you, what would you like to see? Do you want to see a Road to the Show with the same Trey Cash we had last year, the shortstop? Do you want to see a new Road to the Show? If so, give me suggestions on what positions you'd like to see. Or do you want to see a franchise? I think maybe taking a poor team and kind of building them into a winner would be a pretty cool thing to do. But let me know what you think. Road to the Show, franchise, what teams you'd like to see, what positions you'd like to see for Road to the Show. If we do a Road to the Show, that one can probably get started sooner than the franchise. I am a stickler, as some of you know, for kind of the realism of the game. So going with a kind of rebuilding project in a franchise where prospects are very important, I'd love to have the real name players. So we'd have to wait for a roster with the minor leagues name before we start that. But I do have some other ideas for videos that we can fill that time with. So looking forward to seeing what you all have to say, what your opinions are, and what you'd like to see. But that is going to bring an end to this video. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thanks for watching, and see you all next time.